I'm Scott Miller. This is Sheep Guarding Llama for the 13th of August, 2021. It is Friday, the 13th. Welcome to the show. So, yeah, it's Friday. Got up, did the dog walk this morning, and I just felt it was a busy day. I tried to get going this morning, and it was, as I say, it's Grand Central Station in the office. Never got a chance to actually get to work. I had just one person after another in the office all morning until well after noon. And I'm completely dysfunctional when that's going on, because there's always someone talking, there's always someone coming and going, the door opens, someone comes in, something happens, someone needs something, I've got to move, there's things going on behind me. Even if people aren't talking to me, it's incredibly disruptive. Plus, we had to charge a phone and there aren't enough plugs, so I had to unplug one of my monitors, which of course is a big disruption, having one of your monitors unplugged. And it's Mac, so you can't just unplug a monitor and move on. You have to unplug it and restart the computer so it can detect that it lost it. So it's just all that. So I did updates on my computer and I did a few, utility things this morning, but basically my whole morning was lost. And that's just a super frustrating way to start the day, especially when I look at my calendar and I lay everything out as I do every day, and I say, okay, I have nothing. I'm gonna have breakfast, I'm gonna be able to go to my office, it will be total silence, I have no interruptions, I have no planned work. I should be able to get several hours of focused work in before all my meetings start in the afternoon, and I lose everything. There's no even point in trying to plan. I really hate people who promote planning and scheduling and stuff as if it's some magic process that you just block off your calendar and you magically don't have things happen during that time. You don't get phone calls, you don't get emails, you don't have emergencies, you don't have interruptions. Of course you do. It is complete BS. It's just something that people do for marketing, and it makes me so angry because none of those things work. You cannot actually just set aside time to do things. That's not the real world. People who can do that are already rich and affluent and privileged to a point of absurdity. It doesn't apply to normal people in any way whatsoever. You just don't have that kind of control of your environment. That was my morning. Very frustrating. So by the time everyone went to Leon this afternoon, and part of what happened was they were supposed to go to Leon early this morning, like at 9:30. So it was like, okay, well, we do a late lunch, everybody gets ready to go. Well, then it was, well, we're not sure when we're gonna go. So it just started becoming a lingering thing. So everybody's coming and going as they try to decide whether they're going to Leon or not, or when they're going, and then waiting for the taxi to come because there's nowhere to wait. That's part of the problem, is we just don't have the space right now. And so everything happens in my office. It's the only place you can go on the first floor that isn't in the middle of a big public space. So there's no getting around it. The kids have to go there to wait for food. The dogs have to be kept there. It's just everything has to happen in that space, but it leaves me with no way to do my job, which just escalates the problem more and more. So once everyone went to Leon, because they have to go to Leon today, because Ivonne has to go back to the doctor to get a cast put on, because if you watched yesterday, her foot is broken. So they took off about 12:30. I was able to work some. I had my first Spanish class of the day. I ended up having to schedule 3 lessons today because this whole week has been so busy. And we couldn't do anything ahead of time because we didn't know if we were going to Managua today for visas. So, so this whole week has been this very big, unknown scheduling thing. And it worked out really well. Today could have been completely lost to go to Managua, and that didn't happen, so that was great. But so I had to schedule all this stuff today. I did my first Spanish lesson, and that went okay. I didn't feel great about it. Didn't have very much time to prepare. And I talked to my teachers and said, this is such a crazy week. Can we move some of these lessons to next week and just do 5 lessons next week? And they're like, oh yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So next week is going to be crazy busy with that, but at least I have this weekend and maybe I can catch up a little bit. But there's just no way that this week was going to get any of that done. This has just been a crazy week. So we did that, and this afternoon is a lot of interviews because we're trying to get people hired. We have 2 open positions that we want to have people started immediately. And so that's adding, we have all these extra things I need to deal with that were not on the original schedule for this week. And those are big things, right? Trying to get people hired takes a lot of time, hours and hours. of work that we didn't plan on, plus the hours and hours of what led to needing to hire people in some cases. So it's been legitimately a pretty crazy week. Amos and his friend came in from Managua middle of the afternoon, so I saw them about 2 after one of my classes as I was running out with the dogs. So I talked to him for a minute, and then once I had done my class and caught up with some stuff at work and had a break before I needed to run interviews, I went into the restaurant and hung out with them for about an hour, which was nice. I did get a little bit of time to hang out and chill. We did that. We did interviews. Who knows if they're going to accept the job? We've made an offer. We've made a few offers, right? Just hoping somebody takes the jobs. And we're going to be just hanging out at the hotel this evening. It is currently 6 o'clock, and Leo has just pulled up with everyone from the trip to Leon. That is confusing, Leo from Leon, but that is what it is. And they're unloading the car right now. Dinner for Luciana has already been ordered. I'm sure we'll all be doing dinner fairly soon. I'm hoping to get some people to go out to Cholitos tonight because no one ever wants to go with me, and there's actually people who may want to go out tonight. So fingers crossed that could happen. I need some time to relax. And oh yeah, while I was working this afternoon, our ceiling started leaking again. So that's lots of fun, but at least they've identified where it's leaking from this time, and hopefully that means they'll be able to get it fixed. We at least know what we need to do to stop it from leaking, or to know where to start looking to make it stop leaking. I think that's about it. We're heading into the weekend. Tomorrow is Amos's birthday, so we'll be celebrating that tomorrow. And other than that, it's just been a long day, and I'm ready for it to be done. But unfortunately, if it's done, that means I'm not getting the answers for new hires and not getting a chance to work on the book. So we will see about all of that. Anyway, I will see all of you tomorrow.